Hi guys, what's up? It's Mansi. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm in the mood to scare you a little. So I thought what better way to do that than to just start talking about the medical student life. So I'm going to do precisely that, and I'm going to focus mainly on the fourth year because I think in medical college the fourth year is the most daunting year of the MBBS curriculum, and it is very important to adopt a sort of study strategy when you are in final year because the humongous syllabus that stares down at you is going to eat you alive if you don't have that study smart sort of an approach rather than just studying any book that you see. For those of you who are not already familiar with the MBBS curriculum, there are 4 main years in MBBS. The fourth year is the final year of MBBS where we have all the clinical subjects. So we have medicine, surgery, obs-gynae and pediatrics, and then we have a bunch of smaller subjects like dermatology, psychiatry, orthopedics and some other subjects. Yeah, you get my point. The smaller subjects are basically a part of all of these major subjects. What subject am I forgetting? Okay, anyways, so my point is that there's a lot of syllabus in final year and have just 1 year to cover all of that, which is also why students mainly start studying these subjects in third year, or if you're very enthusiastic, even in the late second year, you can start studying these subjects. But I didn't do that, by the way. So you should do that. So I'm going to tell you personally how I managed to cover the syllabus and pass the exams while studying only in final year mainly. Now, because there's a lot of syllabus in final year, personally, I did not used to like the college lectures at all because I just used to think that they were time filler necessity. Besides, I think everyone has a different pace of understanding things. So while I might take half an hour to study one particular topic, you might understand it in 20 minutes or less than 20 minutes. So that 8 a.m. lecture thing in college, or just getting one topic covered in 1 hour, used to be sort of time wastage. It becomes important to understand that you cannot rely completely on how your college or your subject teachers in college are going to cover a particular topic. You have to adopt your own strategy. You have to know how to improvise your preparation. So personally, I used to use Marrow app. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but I think every medical student has somehow heard of it somewhere. I also even heard of it in my college, and a lot of people use that. So I'll tell you a little bit about it if you're not familiar with it. It's a app-based learning platform basically. So you have all these lectures on all these subjects. So if you've seen my previous videos, you might also know that I like question-based study. Now in question-based study, what I do is I just solve a question or I see a question, and on the basis of that I do the theory, or I cover the theory topics. Since Marrow also has that option for me, it used to be sort of a Hail Mary in terms of just preparing the final year subject. So yeah, they have all the subjects from first year to final year, and I'm assuming that all of these subjects would be good. Okay, I seem to have gotten off track. My point is you have to improvise your own ways of preparing every subject in final year. My way was to use the Marrow app. My way was to use random books and then prepare my own notes. So based on my personal experience, which is the key point here, I'm going to tell you the nooks and crooks of how you can prepare each subject in final year the best you can. So I'm going to start with obs-gynae, which is obstetrics and gynecology subject, and this subject is where you study about the female reproductive tract. Now, to be honest, this subject was sort of only possible for me to cover because of Marrow and because I used to devour a lot of books, and I used to have a lot of trouble understanding the labor process because it is a very technical concept to get a grasp on. Because of that, because of obs-gynae, I became such a huge fan of Marrow, and I stumbled upon it and I saw all the video lectures by Dr. Sakshi Arora. I think this was sort of a Hail Mary for me, and I found them to be the best tool for me to just understand obs-gynae. To this point today, I think the notes that I've prepared from those lectures have made me so confident in obs-gynae. So I think it was very fortunate for me to just see all those videos at the right time and as early as possible as I did, so that I could just understand the things better from books. You could watch YouTube videos even if you're not having an online subscription of some sort, but my advice would be to just have a sort of a concrete plan laid out in front of you so that every topic that you cover has a sort of foundation. So what I used to do was I used to watch the videos, make the notes out of it, and then read from Datta. Now Datta is a book that you read in obs-gynae as a standard book. So my advice for studying obs-gynae, as if it's not apparent and very obvious already, I would advise you to just have a look at the Marrow videos of obs-gynae because they were super helpful. Or if you're not comfortable with that, you can also go for YouTube videos and then just read from Datta and do the questions related to it. Alright, now we talk about the most clinically demanding subject of MBBS, that is surgery. I think this is the subject that you cannot possibly rely studying just from books. You have to have some sort of a visual tool, some sort of practical tool to understand, basically because you're studying about how to perform a surgery, so you need some sort of a visual tool, right? So what I used to do was I used to watch YouTube videos and I used to read from Bailey and SRB. So these are the two main standard books that I used to get my notes from. So I used to study Bailey mostly for the important subjects like appendix or urology or hernia. Hernia is a very important topic, so that should only be covered from Bailey. I would strongly advise you that. I have also mentioned this in my previous videos. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but I do like SRB. I like reading that book. And then of course, as a visual tool, I used to watch videos. Now since I already had the Marrow subscription, I also used to just watch Marrow videos, and they're pretty good actually. You get to know the practical aspects of a lot of things, and you get to know, like for example, the suturing techniques and the things that are going to be relevant from an exam point of view, from your PG point of view, if you're going for NEET PG preparation as well. So what I used to do was I used to make notes of whatever I used to see in the Marrow videos or on the YouTube, and then based on that I used to also check the same important points from Bailey and SRB. So that used to just make the overall impression of every topic in my notes and I used to just write down the important points side by side. Surgery is not a subject that you can only study from books. It needs practically to just see what you're studying. So overall, what I recommend doing is take a piece of paper, write down all the topics of surgery that you need to cover, and then in front of each topic, write down the tool that you use to cover the topic. For example, for hernia, I would write that I study from Bailey. I watched a YouTube video on herniorrhaphy or some other thing related to hernia on YouTube, and then I watched the Marrow lectures to understand the practically important stuff and to just make the notes or jot down the important points from Bailey and from the YouTube video. So all of these three things together helped me prepare that topic well. Let's talk about medicine now. Now, medicine is a vast subject now. It's a dark and twisty tunnel where you keep going and keep wondering where the light at the end of that tunnel is going to come and save you. And it's very overwhelming. Yes, that's the only thing that I can come up with for medicine. And I'm going to keep it very to the point and short when it comes to preparing any topic in medicine. Make notes. That's all. Use Davidson if you're looking for a user-friendly book. Use Harrison if you're into the big leagues. Just use any book, but make notes. Prepare every topic in a way that you can come back to it and not feel like you want to kill yourself. What I used to do personally was again watch Marrow videos and use Davidson and then make notes out of it and then keep revising those things. I also used to refer to a lot of practical books. So there are a bunch of topics like ECG and acid-base physiology and CNS. These are no topics that you can only grasp from books. You need some additional tool for that. I used Marrow for that, like I've already mentioned 100 times. Personally, I used to find these topics mind-numbingly boring and I did not used to make past 2 pages when I used to read from books. So instead, when I was watching a video, it became more easy for me to just grasp the whole concept because it used to give my brain more stimulus overall. So that used to help a lot. So my advice in medicine is to basically shorten every lengthy topic that you study so that you can keep coming back to it and make notes in such a way that it becomes easier for you to come back to them. Alright, now let's talk about pediatrics, which is the shorter subject of final year. It's relatively smaller as compared to all the other 3 subjects, and again it's also relatively easier because most of the things are the same as medicine. It's basically the same thing, but it's only meant for children, so that usually just confines it in terms of age group. So it becomes easier to study pediatrics if you have already covered medicine. The only thing that is new is neonatology, which is the study of newborns. You can use Ghai as a reference book. Ghai is the main standard book that mainly is used in pediatrics. You can also use Piyush Mehta and a bunch of other books if you're comfortable more with those. And I used to watch again the Marrow lecture videos because, like I said, 4th year was all about me watching lecture videos and just making notes. So basically what I did in final year, to give you the whole gist of what I did in final year, was to make notes so that in future it became easy for me to come back to those notes. So advice for pediatrics is mainly just to focus on the topics that are exclusively meant for children, like neonatology and under 5 topics. Alright, so those were all the 4 subjects and how I prepared those subjects. So even if you're not in final year yet, you are maybe going to start final year in 1 year or 2 year, or it's far off in the future for you, be prepared to start as early as possible and eliminate the unnecessary sources. You can use subscription, like I mentioned, I used Marrow. You can use your choice of subscription or any other platform that you find comfortable. Alright guys, that's all for today. I hope I was able to get across my point. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys soon. Bye bye, take care.